Consciousness as Frequency. The Vibrational Bridge Between Mind and Matter by Sophia Armant. Introduction. What if the universe is not built from lifeless particles, but from frequencies, waves of awareness that hum reality into being? This is not idle speculation, but a growing hypothesis supported by both mystical traditions and emerging science. Consciousness, long assumed to be a product of the brain, may instead be the very foundation of matter itself. And if frequency can organize matter, as cymatics shows us, then consciousness, as frequency, may be the source of all form. Cymatics, the hidden language of frequency. Cymatics, the study of how sound waves shape matter, provides a physical demonstration of how frequencies generate form. When sound vibrations are transmitted through a medium such as water, sand, or powder, intricate geometric patterns emerge, structured, ordered, and complex. This is not metaphorical. It is repeatable, observable, and scientific. Frequency can and does create visible patterns in matter. This principle leads us to a simple but radical question. If sound waves can structure matter, what else can? Mind is frequency, the logical inference. We know the mind affects the body. Stress causes ulcers. Meditation lowers blood pressure. Emotions change posture and release or block hormones. These are not metaphysical claims. They are empirical observations. If the mental can alter the physical, then the mental must operate through some energetic means. In other words, the mind must be vibrational, must be frequency, because frequency is the only known mechanism by which the non-material influences the material. This is foolproof, even if it cannot be captured with materialist instruments. It is an inference based on the behavior of frequency in nature. The mind, like sound, reshapes matter, and therefore, it must share sound's vibrational essence. The scientific theories supporting vibrational consciousness. Emerging scientific theories support this idea. The resonance theory of consciousness posits that consciousness emerges from the synchronization of neural oscillations, brain waves harmonizing at specific frequencies. Electromagnetic field theories propose that consciousness is a pattern in the brain's EM field, a dynamic wave system of frequencies. Paul C. McComb's consciousness field theory suggests that consciousness is part of a fifth force of nature, a non-local field of vibrational information carried by psychions. OR theory by Penrose and Hameroff locates consciousness in quantum-level vibrations inside neurons. Across the board, we find one common element: frequency. Frequency, energy, and matter. The continuum physics teaches us that energy and frequency are inherently linked. E equals H times F. Energy is not separate from vibration, it is vibration. And matter, according to quantum field theory, is just energy condensed and stabilized. Therefore, if consciousness is frequency, then it is also a form of energy, and as such, capable of transforming into matter. This allows us to solve the so-called hard problem of consciousness, not by trying to extract mind from dead matter, but by recognizing that matter arises from living mind. Matter is crystallized consciousness. Lucifer as phosphorus, the encoded metaphor of light. Here, ancient symbolism meets quantum metaphysics. The word Lucifer, so often misunderstood, derives from the Latin lux ferrae, light bearer, and from the Greek phosphoros, meaning phosphorus. Phosphorus is the element that glows, not by reflecting light, but by generating its own. It is self-igniting. Its glow comes from within. This self-illumination can be seen as a metaphor for self-awareness, consciousness as its own light, needing no external source. Is it coincidence that a being symbolizing rebellion in descent into matter is also associated with light? Or is it an encoded truth that consciousness, light, descends into form, matter, and that the fall of Lucifer represents the entry of divine frequency into the material world? This interpretation reframes biblical myth as esoteric physics, the divine light becoming frequency, becoming energy, becoming matter. Conclusion. We began with a question: what if consciousness is frequency? Along the way, we saw that frequency shapes matter, cymatics, that the mind influences the body, and must therefore be vibrational, and that modern science increasingly describes consciousness in terms of synchronized waveforms. We connected energy to frequency and frequency to matter, completing the chain from thought to form. And finally, we explored how ancient symbols like Lucifer and phosphorus may hold hidden insights into this truth, that the divine light of consciousness is not separate from the physical world, but the secret architect behind it. Consciousness is not an effect of matter, it is the frequency that gives rise to it.